Hello everyone, welcome back to another Magic the Gathering video. It's been a while since I've bought a full box of Magic product. I think the last time I got a full box was probably for Kaladesh. Didn't really like Aether Revolt. Thought Amonkhet was pretty good, and Hour of Devastation, but not enough to buy a full box. Ixalan I didn't particularly care for. It just felt like it was kind of like an overload on the tribes, with just too many like tribes with dinosaurs, vampires, merfolk, pirates, and so on. And didn't buy a full box of that or Rivals. But when they announced Dominaria, saw some of the cards, and it looked like it would be a cool set to pick up just because of the lore of Dominaria. Basically, the first almost 10 years of Magic the Gathering were set on Dominaria. So it's kind of cool to basically go home, I guess, for Magic. So at the pre-release, they're doing something new with Dominaria, where you can pick up a box at the pre-release. You get the Minotaur, I think it's like Fire Song and Sunspeaker promo. So we're going to go ahead and open this box of Dominaria. I'm just going to be showing the uncommons, rares, mythics, and foils. So we're hoping to get probably any of the planeswalkers, Karn probably more than any of them. Teferi would be cool too. Hopefully foil planeswalkers if we're lucky enough to get those. But we're going to go ahead and open this and see what we get. So here's our first pack. We have Karn on the wrapper. So again, we're just going to go to the uncommons. So we have Goblin Warchief. So goblins cost one less and they have haste. Pretty cool. We have the Flame of Keld, which is one of the new Saga cards. Let's see what we have here. If we focus. Doesn't really look like it doesn't look like it wants to actually focus on it. But Flame of Keld. Let me see if I. Not gonna focus on that one. We have Goblin Chain Whirler. And our another uncommon. Yes, no, Chain Whirler was a rare. We also have Shauna Shea's Legacy. Swamp and a Sapling. Another pack, we got Jaya Ballard on the front of that one. We have the Elfheim Druid. After green, tap to add 2. Bend it only to cast spells that were kicked. Have On Sarah's Wings. So basically, creature becomes legendary, which is kind of cool. Have the Two-Headed Giant. And we have this. That's weird. So I guess the Two-Headed Giant is rare. So it looks like the rare is in front of an uncommon now. We have Rona, Disciple of Gix. And a Plains. Alright, next up. We have Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. We have Joyra's Familiar. Actually wants to focus. Doesn't seem like it wants to. I guess the rare, this is weird. The rare is in front of the last uncommon. So we have Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Very sorcery. And Oragos, the empty one. Vector, and we have an island. We have a Memorial to Genius. We have a Damping Sphere. Our rare, we have a Sulfur Falls. We have a foil, first foil in the set, foil Broken Bond. Foil Broken Bond. And a Halar the Fire Fletcher. So it looks like there is almost like a legendary in each pack after the rare. An uncommon legendary in a forest. We have a Memorial to Folly. Final Parting. Karn's Temporal Sundering. They're rare. And we have a Valduk Keeper of the Flame. Our uncommon legendary. A Mountain and a Sapling. We have in Bolus's Clutches. The permanent, you control a permanent and it becomes a legendary. We have a Weight of Memory. Rare, we have a Siege Gang Commander. We have a Garna the Blood Flame as our legendary uncommon. And a Swamp. We have the Eldest Reborn as a saga. This is down a little bit. We regain the focus on it. It shouldn't be having this many issues with. But Eldest Reborn. We have Curator's War. Our rare is a we have that's an uncommon still. We have a Howling Golem. And we have a Teshar Ancestors Apostle, so a legendary bird cleric. And so no legendary uncommon that time? That one's weird. Or that order, I guess that order was just kind of off. So we have Wizard's Retort. Control the wizard, it basically just becomes old school 2-mana counterspell. Memorial to Glory. We have a, what's this? Blackblade Reforged. Let's see if it focuses. So it's a equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Equip a legendary creature for 3, or equip something else for 7. So better on legendary creatures. That's a pretty cool equipment, especially if you throw it on a legendary creature. You have a foil Goblin Barrage. Goblin Barrage, I should say. So deals 4 damage to target creature. If the spell is kicked, it also deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. Have a Quende Pride of Ferment. Or Pharaoh. Emerith, I guess. So it basically goes on your first strike creatures and gives them double strike. You have a cast down. Thalid Soothsayer. The Thalids are back, the fungus guys. There's a regular Goblin Barrage. We have, what's this? Torgar Famine Incarnate, legendary creature. And we have a Plains. Alright, next pack. Commons. We have another Goblin War Chief. We have Gaia's Blessing. Kind of disappointed they changed the artwork on Gaia's Blessing. I really like the, I think it was the original artwork, or the artwork they used for, I think it was Eternal Masters. It was just really cool looking. We have a Cabal Stronghold, Astral Waste, and let's see. Add black for each basic swamp you control if you pay 3. That's pretty cool. Well, Stronghold, we also have a Tiana Ship's Caretaker, or uncommon legendary creature. I really like that they're doing these uncommon legendaries. It's just kind of interesting because it gives, I mean, obviously just more options for, like, Commander, maybe more, like, budget Commander decks, that kind of thing. Alright, so we have another Elfheim Druid. I've seen that guy. Another Memorial of the Glory, we've already seen that. Another Howling Golem. We have a foil Fungal Infection. Let's just show up. There we go. And as our rare, we have a Marwyn, Marwyn the Nurturer, Elf Druid. So basically, this adds a bunch of mana based on her power, which is pretty good. All right, next pack. Haven't seen any mythics yet, or planeswalkers, or I guess planeswalkers are all mythic, but no mythics yet. Hopefully, we'll get some of the planeswalkers, potentially Karn, maybe. Let's wait and see. All right, another Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. We've already seen this guy. Shield of the Realm. We have Primeval's Glorious Rebirth, which is a legendary sorcery. And a Yargle Gluten of Urborg as our uncommon legendary. Just a 9/3, no abilities or anything. We have a Skizik. So basically, you have to kick it to not have it basically die right away. We have a Board the Weather Light. We have another Goblin Barrage. We've already seen that. And we have a Naban Dean of Iteration. Kind of like has a Panharmonicon style effect for wizards, which is pretty cool. And we have a Swamp. Alright, so we have a Spore Swarm. So it creates 3 Saplings. We have a Thorn Elemental. We have a Rite of Belzenok, I believe. Another Saga. And we have Urgos, the empty one. We've already seen him. And we have a Plains. So we have Fight with Fire. Memorial to War, so the red memorial land. We have Jaya's Immolating Inferno. Jaya's Immolating Inferno. See if it'll focus on. Alright, anyway, so X2 red, you may cast a legend sorcerer only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Deals X damage to each of up to 3 creatures. There we go. Zoomed in on that. And we have a Wrath Caption. A Wrath Caption ships Mage. So historic spells get flash, basically. We have Time of Ice. Looks like it ties into the Ice Age storyline. Pretty cool there. Another Saga. We have a Sage of Latinum, or Latinam. We have Antiquities War Saga. I think this predated the Ice Age, I believe. I mean, at least Ice Age came out, or Antiquities came out before Ice Age, so I think this actually predates the Ice Age. As our rare, and we have a Foil Cabal Stronghold. I think I set that foil aside. Could be pretty good. And we have Adeliz the Cinderwind as our legendary uncommon. All right, so we have Urza's Tome. We have Sanctum Spirit. Rare, we have a Gilded Lotus. Pay 5, it taps for 3 mana of any one color. That's kind of cool. And a Rona, Disciple of Gix. We've already seen that in a Swamp. Alright, so we have let me see. Amarthine Wall. Where that's pronounced. Defender and gains indestructible. Diligent Excavator. Rare is Isolated Chapel. Looks like enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a plains or a swamp, and taps are either white or black. And our legendary uncommon is Tetsuko Mazad Umezawa Fugitive. And an island. Still have not seen a single mythic, which is a little worrying. So there is Wizard's Lightning. Basically becomes Lightning Bolt if you have a wizard. The Wizard's Retort becomes Counterspell, and Wizard's Lightning becomes Lightning Bolt. Another Memorial of the War, we've already seen that. There's Oath of Teferi, but not Teferi himself. Rare. Legendary uncommon is Grun the Lonely King. And a forest. Unless the mythics are somewhere else in the pack, beside where they normally would be. Because normally it's usually the uncommons and then the rare. So we have a Dauntless Bodyguard. Orcish Vandal. We have Territorial Allosaurus. There's a dinosaur there. We have a Foil Forest. And we have Halifar the Fire Fletcher. I think we've already seen that. And a mountain. I just got to hope that all the mythics are all kind of grouped together. Because I was thinking if they'd be in any other spot beside that. Anyway, here's Chainer's Torment. Thalid Soothsayer. Oh, here I've seen him. Alright, there's Teferi. Finally got a mythic. Teferi, hero of Dominaria. His +1 is just kind of ridiculous. So draw a card at the beginning of your next end step, untap 2 lands. So basically means that Counterspell can just be online pretty much whenever almost. And the Nisha Capshaw Paragon, I think we've seen that. So I'll set the Teferi aside. Uncommon, so another Wizard's Retort. Have Fire Fist Adept. Merfolk Trickster. And we have Kazaroth Sengir Pureblood. See if it wants to focus on it. Anyway, 5 and 2 black, flying. Whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on this card, or on Kazaroth Sengir Pureblood. 3 in a red, it deals 2 damage to target creature. Focus there, and a forest. All right, we have Nature Spiral. Lingering Phantom. Shield of the Realm, we've already seen. And we have Squee the Immortal. So 1 and 2 red for a 2/1. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile. Please just show up. Let me see if it will. Does look like it wants to focus in an island. All right, there's good old Sarah Angel. This card just gets reprinted all the time. It's an iconic card, so I'm not surprised to see it here. So Sarah Angel, Gaia's Blessing, we've already seen. We have Shali, Voice of Plenty. And we have Tatova, Benthic Druid as our uncommon legendary. And a Plains. So getting pretty low on the packs. I've only seen one mythic so far. Alright, so we have Fungal Plots. We have a Zalfriffin Void land. We have Dreadshade. And we have Whisper Blood Linguist. For uncommon legendary. And a mountain. Alright, another in Bolus's Clutches we've seen. Memorial to Genius we've seen. We have Joyra's Familiar, we've seen that. We have a foil Icy Manipulator. Kind of a classic there. And we have Varix Bladewing. This is a mythic, so 2 and 2 red. 4/4 kicker is 3 flying. It enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, create Carix Bladewing, a legendary 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. When Varix enters, create Carix. So it creates like it's basically its twin. And we have an island. So there's a second mythic. Still, though, only 2 mythics, so not super impressed with that. Impressed with the set, not impressed with the fact that I only gotten 2 mythics. Alright, so we have Chainer's Torment. I think we've seen that. It's another saga. We have the Flame of Keld. We've seen that. We have Daring Archaeologist. We have Slimefoot the Stowaway. And a Swamp. So there's an Untamed Kavu. We have Knight of Malice. There's Jaya Ballard, so another legendary, or mythic, I should say. Kind of getting confused with mythics and legendaries from Star Wars Destiny. So here's Jaya. Of course, it doesn't want to focus on Jaya, of course, but there's... So 2 and 3 red, comes in with 5 loyalty, adds 3 as a +1, only cast instant or sorceries, discard up to 3 cards, and then draw that many. And you get an emblem if you may cast instants and sorcery cards from your graveyard. If it would enter the graveyard, it then gets exiled. We have Jaya, which is pretty good. And Slim Voda, the Rising Deep, as our uncommon legendary. So we have a Cast Down. I think we've seen that already. Cast Down, Weight of Memory. Mishra's Self-Replicator is our rare. And we have Arvad the Cursed as our uncommon legendary creature. And a Forest. Alright, let's see what we got here. Time of Ice we've seen. There is Settle the Score. Verdant Force is our rare. So 7/7 that can create sapling and creature tokens. And we have Adalez, the Cinderwind. We've seen her and a mountain. So we have here. So we have Champion of the Flame, our first uncommon. Have Wild Onslaught. Have Sylvan Awakening. That's pretty nice. So lands become 2/2 elemental creatures with reach, indestructible, and haste, and they're still lands. We have a foil Keldon Raider. And Baird, Steward of Argive, or is that Argive, I guess, as our legendary uncommon. Let's see what we got here. 2, 3, 5 packs to go. Hopefully we have a Karn in one of these. Alright, first up is Skizix, we've seen that. On Sarah's Wings, we've seen that. Curator's Ward, I don't think we've seen that one yet. We have a foil Befuddle. And we have Traxos, Scourge of Krug. Basically only untaps when you get historic spells. We have Knight of Grace. Settle the Score, we've seen that. We have Joss Vess, Lich Knight. To believe Liliana's brother here. So Menace enters battlefield if it was kick, create 8/2/2 zombie knights. Jeez, man. Even though 6 mana at the kick, so 6, so 10 mana total looks like to do that. We have in a foil mythic Naru Meha Master Wizard. And all the wizards could get +1/+1. See, cool card there, and a what's this? Queedle Pride of Fairmet. We've seen that already. All right, next pack. So we're down to our last two. We have Fight with Fire. We've seen that. Sanctum Spirit. We've seen that. Merfolk Trickster. Another Squee the Immortal. There's our second one of him. That one actually focused on, which is pretty nice. Or for a second it did. So again, another Squee the Immortal and a Forest. All right. Oh, actually we have 2 packs. So final 2. All right. So first up we have Song of Prerelease. Warcry Phoenix. And our rare is Follow the Thrawn. And we have Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. We've seen that already. So Follow the Thrawn being the rare there. And our final pack. See what we have here. We have Urza's Tome. We've already seen that. Seal Away. Sorcerer's Wand. I don't think I've shown that one yet. There is a Sorcerer's Wand. Anyway, Sorcerer's Wand, 1 mana. A quick creature gets tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If the creature is a wizard, it deals 2, and it costs 3 to equip it. Our rare is Zahid, the Djinn of the Lamp. Okay, let's see here. So 4, 2 blue, 5, 6. You may pay 3 in a blue and tap an untapped artifact you control rather than pay the spell's mana cost. And it has flying, so basically a 5/6 flyer. And then Island. So overall, really not a great box. Pretty much everything that was at least immediately viewable as being possibly good are over here. So we have a foil Cabal Stronghold, foil Naru Meha. So that's a foil mythic. So that's not terrible. I think it could be a good one. So 2 and 2 blue for a 3/3, has flash, and when it enters the battlefield, copy a target instant or sorcery spell you control, and choose new targets for the copy. That could be a strong ability. And then other wizards get +1/+1. That's still pretty good. We got Jaya Ballard. We got this Varix Bladewing. And then we got Teferi. So a total of 1, 2, 3 mythics, one of them being foil, and then a foil rare. Plus whatever the other all the other rares that we opened were. So not a great box, unfortunately. But again, we got Teferi, Jaya, and then the foil mythic, which might have value. I'm not really sure. This we'll have to wait and see until when the Pro Tour comes around, which of these cards actually are played in like the meta and whatnot. But that's going to do it for this Magic video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks again for watching.